Hey y'all, so I'm here to do another little tutorial. This is going to be some x-ray markers again, but this is going to be using a gummy bear mold that I got from, I believe it was from Michael's. I've got my x-ray letters here, my left and my right. I don't think I'm going to put any initials on them. The glitter I'm going to use is this really cool blue bottled spirits. It's from NOLA Craft Culture. And another one from NOLA Craft Culture, which is Dumpster Fire Hot Pink. So these are two of the, I think they're newer colors that they have. So I'm going to go ahead and use them. So with these particular molds, you can use regular resin or you can use UV resin since the light can penetrate them since it's clear. If this was a solid color, I would not use UV because you might not be able to hit all of it with the lamp. So definitely great for UV. So I'm going to come mix some UV up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some in. I'm going to hit it with the lamp to cure it to where then I can put the letters right on top to where it actually sits up higher. So I'll start off mixing my blue. So see how pretty that is? It's a hex mix with some fine. And I'm going to add some more. So that's going to be my blue. So I'll put it into one of my molds. And then I do want to make sure that it gets into all the little divots. So let me come mix my pink up. So this is more of a fine glitter here. It's very pretty. So that's my pink. Put the caps on the right one. So I am going to take my smaller little silicone brush here and just make sure that I tap in the holes just to make sure that it kind of helps fill in since air bubbles can get trapped anywhere. Then I'll put some more resin in it. Clean my brush. Got the blue there. So I'm going to put some more resin in there. But I want to leave space to where I can put my initials or my letters and then come back with another coat in the end. And seal the letters in there with it. come back with the pink. All right. Tap it, make sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go put this under the lamp and cure this. I will be back once it's cured, so just hang on a minute. So when I cure my molds, I'll generally cure them like this for a few minutes to make sure that it's cured. And then I personally will make sure that they're cured. And then I will generally flip them over and cure them for a few minutes this way also, just to make sure that the UV hits as much area as possible. And that's just my preference. I mean, I don't know what other people do, but that's kind of what's worked for me with these silicone molds like this with the UV resin. So I'll finish letting this cure and then I will come back and put the letters in. So we'll be right back. All right, so these are cured. So I did pull out some initials also. So these are 1/2-inch letters. They are from universalmedical.com is where I get mine. Usually it takes about 2 weeks for them to cut them before they'll even mail them. But sometimes I get them faster. So with this, you have a couple different options. You can either put the same glitter over top, or it's filled up enough to where I can put my letters, and if I wanted, I could put clear over top, which I think that's what I'm going to do. You can fit your 1/2-inch letters up top, or you could center them more if you're just doing just your left and your right. Different places call for different things. My facility where I'm at, we do not have to have our initials because the way we end our studies, we have to mark who did it. So some of our texts do have just left and right just in case somebody wants to borrow their letters. These I think I'm just going to do a left and right, but I'm going to show you with the letters. These are 1/4 inch is what I use for my initials. So with this particular mold, you'll only be able to fit probably the 2 initials and not anymore with this. I just wanted to show y'all. Some people do their 3 initials, some do 2. It's a lot of tech preference. So I'm going to pop these out since I'm just going to do left and right. But I'm going to center mine. And then I am just going to end up using just clear resin because I have my ears and everything filled. So I can just do clear. And I'm just going to kind of try to get it a little more straight. There we go. And then I know I have an air bubble here and there, so I'm going to see about finding my lighter to see about getting that popped. All right. I'm just going to come pop any air bubbles. Maybe. All right, give me just a sec. Let me find another lighter and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I found another lighter. So just to pop any air bubbles. I think I have an air bubble that's kind of in his little arm over here. think they're high enough now. All right, so I'm gonna go put these underneath my lamp and cure this, and I will be back once they're done curing. All right, so these are cured. So let's pop them out and see what we got. This one gummy. And that's 2. So you can see where I ended up doing the clear resin, just to where if the X-ray tech wants to see the left and right, they can. Somebody might request you to put a little vinyl. This would kind of be hard to put the vinyl. This will just be the tech kind of remembering what color is which one. So I do a little bit of resin to pull off right there. But yeah. So what I would suggest to you people that are not X-ray techs, if you are selling them, if you have lead letters, I would definitely mark that it's lead, because lead is the most radiopaque material that you can use. It's going to stop the most X-rays. If you're just using some regular jewelry, metal beads as the initials or whatever, I would definitely mark that in there, because some X-ray techs are going to want lead over any other metal, just because other metals can burn out on the with the techniques that we use for X-rays. And also I would definitely put your measurements of how long and how wide and how deep these are, because these are probably not going to fit in every bucky. Some techs are adamant about putting their markers on an X-ray cassette and putting it into a bucky. So I would just make sure that you put measurements. That way they can check and see if that would fit on top of their cassette with whatever adhesive that they're going to use. I mean, when I was doing strictly X-ray, I mean, we just used tape and we would wrap it around, because we had plain old simple markers. And I'll actually go get my original markers to show you the difference in what we used to use. So give me just a minute and I'll be back. So these are just a couple different X-ray markers just to kind of show you how thin a lot of these are compared to what we make now. But most people will use them tabletop. They'll stick it on the outside of the bucky and it's no big deal. And that's just a clip one that I have. So the plastic's radiopaque. I do have another one somewhere that's full metal with the R cut out. So the R is the relief and then the metal shows everywhere else. So, but these are a lot cuter. So if you do make them, definitely put your measurements. That way the X-ray tech knows how deep they are, just in case they do want it to fit inside of the bucky. I mean, like I said, most don't really care, but they have a bunch of different ways that they can tape it. Tic Tac, one of my girls at work uses. Somebody told me about radhesive. Radhesive definitely came after I've been an X-ray tech, because I've been in the field going on 21 years, but I haven't worked in plain X-ray in about 8 years now, I believe. And then the 4 before that, I was really in the cath lab. Now I'm in CT. But yeah, so they are super cute. So have fun creating. Like, subscribe, comment, because one of my friends told me I'm not a true YouTuber until I say that. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. So y'all have fun. Happy crafting.